guys, Erica with a K here. Today's video is going to be on how to be a happier person. I think that this is so important moving into 2017, and I just want to chat about what I think. So I just want to start off by saying that I'm really trying to be a better person. I'm trying to have an overall better outlook on life, on things, on people. And it's hard sometimes. It's really hard, but there are a few things that I've noticed that instantly change me and make me feel like I'm a happier, better person. So I'm going to share those with you. So the first one is stop talking about people. That's right, I said it. That's right, I said it. This is a hard one because a lot of times you think like, I'm not the only person who feels this way, right? Like you know what I'm talking about, right? This is ridiculous. But honestly, it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter if somebody is ridiculous or not. Are you ridiculous? That's all that should matter. So worry about yourself. Stop talking about other people, and you'll immediately start feeling like, okay, better. And you know what? Sometimes when you talk about somebody so long, or you make somebody the center of your thoughts for so long, that every little thing they do bothers you in some way, or offends you, or annoys you, and then when you see them, you're like aggressive towards them. And if you actually take a step back, it's not them, it's you. So you just need to relax, don't talk about them, don't think about them, wish them well in your thoughts, and keep on moving. So number 2 is to laugh more. You need to laugh more. You need to laugh at things. You need to laugh at yourself. Don't take yourself too serious. Laugh at things even when they're hard. Like even when things are really tough, laugh at them. A big thing that I learned about myself is that if something's like mediocre hard, it's the end of the world for me. Like I'm crying, I can't get up, I'm sleeping for days. But when something's really hard, I somehow find the strength and the humor to get through it. And I don't know if that's just like an instinctual thing as a woman or as a, I don't want to say a leader, but like somebody who can take a shitty situation and make best do. Because sometimes I feel like, well, it is what it is, so we can either laugh about it or we can cry about it. Where when things are like kind of hard, but not really, you just want to feel sorry for yourself. So like just get out of that phase and stop doing that. Just laugh more. And just enjoy life, guys. This is all we have. Just enjoy it. Accept the things you can't change, like my sinus infection right now, and change the things you can change. Guys, take a look at your life. Is it where you want to be? Are you who you want to be with? Are you the happiest you've ever been? Could you even imagine your life happier? Change the things you can change. Change them. I've been in like really bad situations in my life where I felt trapped. Like, no, it's not going to get any better because there's no other option for me, and there's always another option. Even if you have to go lower first to dig your way back up, there's always another option. Know yourself. Like really know yourself. Know what your boiling points are. Know what you can tolerate when you can't tolerate. Know what you really want. Like search your soul. Find out who you are. Who you are. Not who you want to be. Not who you're trying to be. Who are you? What makes you happy? Because I guarantee you what makes you happy and what you want is not the same as your best friend. It's not the same as your sister. It's not the same as your father. It's not the same as anybody else. It's you. What makes you happy? Who are you? So find out what that is. Life isn't about like racing to hit milestones. And like I know it's harder when you get older. Like when you're my age and you hit your 30s and you see all your friends getting married and everybody's like getting married and having kids, and you think like, well, that's where I should be in my life, and I have to go there, and I have to just grab this guy off the street and just marry him and have kids with him because I need to keep hitting those milestones. Like that is not going to make you happy. Like that is not happiness. Happiness is in here. There are no milestones to reach in here. There is no race in here. It just is. So find out what you actually want in life. Find out what actually makes you happy and worry less about hitting milestones, because you know milestones only last that one day, that 1 second, and then what happens for the rest of your life? You're just going to keep racing to the next milestone? What about all that time that race is going on for? Are you happy? Make sure what you're doing for the right reasons. Make sure it's what makes you happy. Obviously, if what makes you happy is hurting somebody else, then you know, we have to weigh the pros and cons on that one. How is it hurting somebody else? Yes, and another thing that comes with knowing yourself, I think I had mentioned, like, know what gets you angry, know what makes your blood boil, and you know what? When you're around that, remove yourself. You don't have to be around that. Some people say like, oh, it's easier just to face it and blah, blah, blah. Like facing it for some people is removing themselves. And that takes a lot of guts. Like to just say like, I don't want to be a part of this. You don't even have to verbally say it. Just remove yourself. That's it. That'll make you a happier and better person, I promise. And having said that, to kind of mix with the hitting milestones and the removing yourself from situations, I do want to say something that I think is really, really important to say to all people, any sex, anything. When I was in my 20s, I saw a lot of girls and guys, I was friends with the girls, get engaged, and a lot of them broke off their engagement for their wedding, and I thought, ooh, that sucks for them. And now that I'm in my 30s and I see a lot of people get engaged, and I'm like, why aren't you breaking off your engagement? That's not the right person for you. And I look back to those girls that I knew in my 20s and I think, good for you. Good for you. It's the moment you realize that your engagement isn't about that milestone. Your wedding isn't about that milestone. It is about the rest of your life. It is a commitment. And good for you for knowing better. Good for you for knowing yourself better. I didn't even understand when people would get engaged and break up. I couldn't understand it. Like, how do you even break up? But like that's crazy to me. But looking back, like now, hindsight, it's like, wow, that is powerful. More people should be given credit for that. Not for rushing into engagements with people they shouldn't be engaged with, but for people who are in long-term relationships and then realize this person's not for me, good for you. More to the topic of being a happier person and less to the topic of me just rambling about milestones. Music. Music is huge. Okay. You're ever driving in the car and you're like in a good mood and then all of a sudden a sad song comes on and you're like, change the station. Why are you listening to that song? There's no reason to. You don't owe that song anything. There is no reason for that negativity in your life. Honestly, you change the song and in that moment you'll change your mood, and that day you'll change your day, and every day you do that you wind up changing your life. So that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope that this video helps you be a happier, better person in 2017, and hope that it helps you realize what you want, what you don't want, and helps you reach that milestone of happiness. Because you know what? That should be the milestone, happiness. How do we get to there? How do we get there? So that's the video. Have a great day. Bye.